those who are just joining and seeing this, have come through their searches, looking for answers, looking for solutions, and generally finding themselves at a loss, or even just simply in a stagnant position. Welcome to Shadow Crown. Shadow Crown in itself is a multifaceted business. It works everything from training, working with the individual, right through to organisations and upwards. Training in the context of personal help, through to business development. Business development that can be defined as any system or any organisation that actually has a structure to it. That's what we're here for. Shadow Crown has been running for approximately 7 years in the background. It's been developed over a period of time which is somewhat longer. It's a derivative of many different parts of my own experience. As some will have noticed in the background, also has been refined over the years through a master's degree. My personal interest is everything that spans right across the map. And what is probably formally known as a general manager. General manager to the point whereas I can apply myself to pretty much any industry. And it takes me anywhere, depending on the size of the business, anywhere from a few days right up to 6 months at the most to figure out what's going on, dissect the business into its main components, and start to identify problems. No matter the industry, no matter how complex it is. Fair enough, when we just start talking about specifics, there are certain specifics that I don't handle with. Like for instance, if you was to talk into biomolecular engineering. Now what gets into the biomolecular engineering within itself, but I can help with a perspective on how that situation, that skill base actually can grow or productively work, so it can in turn later on grow. So it's not about one specific skill base within itself, it is about the industry, it's about the business, it's about the persons that work within that business, within that industry. So there is a very clear path in which Shadow Crown works with. Okay, what have we done so far? Over the last 6 to 7 years, it has effectively been working in the background. That is not its name as in the terms of shadow, because Shadow Crown actually means betterment. Over the 6 years, we've been working in the background, helping businesses, helping political entities, and even social segments to actually develop and grow. Even spoken about, as well as inadvertently, indirectly worked with technological and scientific developments. From this point of view, it's been more about perspective. It's not actually been hands-on. That is what this video part is about now. Over them 6 years, I've been actively doing this, but been doing other things, i.e. employment, as is with all new businesses. Their owners start from working for somebody else, stumble upon an idea, and then effectively start to develop that whilst in employment, whether it's the same industry or whether it's an industry relevant to a past experience, to a point where they're in a position where they can say, let's do it. Yes, we're now in a position, let's take this seriously and take it full swing. That is the position Shadow Crown is in now. Personal circumstances, situations, economic activities, political activities have determined that I am now in the best position. And I agree. So the upshot is, this is a presentation to help you understand what Shadow Crown is about, and to inform you we're now going at this at full steam ahead. Okay, about Shadow Crown. Shadow Crown in itself is an online entity. That's its hub, that's its base. From that point, we will deliver training packages, public messages. You'll see the starts of innovations. You'll also find general information to help businesses move forward. But it doesn't just stop there. Within that model itself, a team will progressively be built, and it will grow in accordance to the size of the business and its need and demand. We'll work in the field with other people. At the moment, we're starting from, or rather myself, starting from small packages, little tools to be able to help people on their way on an individual basis, through to the point of hopefully working with perhaps other individuals to help them making career decisions. As this begins to grow, so will the actual efforts that we do. And I say we again because as we grow and demand is much more present, we'll need more people. That will then span into the innovation side of things, technological side of things, will span into organisational training and development, also into political aspects. Like I said, there is a website there. Have a look. There's more there than can be described here. So where we're going to be starting from? We're going to be starting from the training side of things. There will be an online shop opening up, so effectively you'll be able to go and purchase some of the products, and then we'll move into the innovation side of things. On a more of a relational level, for the people who progressed on as Shadow Crown has been around for the last 7 years and worked with us and with our efforts, effectively I've been noticing that there are other groups out there that are looking for assistance, such as from Shadow Crown, specifically within the technological divisions. As part of Shadow Crown's, shall we say, hardcore, it does deal with particular technological developments, such as the one it's been working on in the background, but it's there actually underneath the project desk, is working on green energy. But this is not the usual mode. We're not talking about just the utopian aspect, and that's not just about creating products and giving them away as an open source would. What this is about is a much deeper level of understanding. It's about knowing what's currently happening in the world in the terms of economics. And when we talk about economics, we talk about organisations, we talk about their organic aspect, which is humans, you guys, you ladies and gentlemen. It's your jobs, then it's your life's well-being, and it's about the relationship between other organisations and other countries. It's the interconnectedness, the ability to travel around, whole economic infrastructure. To create an open source device, for which by comparison I have done, or Shadow Crown has done, we have to take the economic and the political aspects and societal aspects into account. It's not just a case of build it, throw it out there. That's it, off there we go. Fight for it for yourself. We believe that doing something needs to be done properly. End of story. Reason being is because even the smallest of pebbles in a lake can make the largest of ripples. But it's the result of them ripples that we need to consider, and that is what we consider. So anything that we create with a view to maintaining various elements of status quo to the point of changing others. It's all good. Like I said, from one device, we can change the world. We can turn it green. But at the same token, from that one device, whilst it will change the world and it will make it green, it will not destroy other infrastructures. Devices such as green energy systems can refine economic markets. It can still hold an element of competition. There is still a marginal amount of profit margin in it. It increases skill bases, it increases jobs, or even at the very least maintains jobs, and then diversifies the skill base. It does. But not diverse it so much or increase it so much whereas it becomes out of range. It's not specialist. So whilst I would say that I create this item today, it would take another 20 years for individuals to learn about that one device and work with it. So whilst it's ready today, it can't be used until tomorrow. Quite the opposite. It is ready today to be used tomorrow, or even today, as close as that. That is how we work things. This is how we look at things, and we won't have it any other way. No matter the mindset, no matter the approach, no matter how grand the stature is, we won't have it any other way. Simple. Whatever we create has to have a positive impact, and even if it's going to change the status quo, it will change it for the better. There's an example. I can use the self and same example for individual lives. If I'm going to help an individual, the idea is it realistic? Will it help not only you, but will it help others? Will it help you today, and at the same token, will it help you every step through your life? Moving on to businesses, is it sustainable? If we're going to do something for you, we look at many different aspects to be able to put you in a stable, steady position, and they start to move you out of that stagnation and allows you to then grow. But grow at such a pace where it's geometric and suitable for you to maintain. So, why are we here? Betterment. Shadow Crown is ready to run. You want to come for a run with us? Enjoy the rest of your day. And we'll see you online. If not, give us a call.